Hi, and welcome to Blue's Garden. Welcome back, everybody. It is a busy week, as well as being a very hot week, and the week before July 4th. I am harvesting some of my onion, some of the stuff that's been overwintered. So I have onion, I have my Tokyo long white and my red beard bunching onions that I'm harvesting. I'm dehydrating those. I am also harvesting some zucchini, some squash, some golden zucchini, and some peas. Harvesting some herbs, and of course a garden update. I also have my Roma tomato that I have picked, and let's take a look and see. Let's start with, I guess let's start with the peas, harvesting the peas. So, my partner in crime, my oldest daughter, is out actually holding the camera for me. When I'm not here at this garden, she will often stop by and pick the peas. And there aren't a lot left when she's done picking because she tends to nibble on, that's her snack. But for now, just collecting some of the golden, giant Oregon golden sweet, I think it is, peas. And there is one or two snow peas. So Oregon sweet, no, it's golden sweet pea, and then Oregon giant snow pea, I think it is. But collecting peas over a couple of days, and there's more than enough that'll end up in there as a stir fry. I would like to, Next up, I would like to take a look at harvesting my first of my Roma tomato. This is the Black Roma, and I think there's like 6 or 8 cherry tomato that I've got. And harvesting the Black Roma. I'm going to grab some early. I love the color on these, and hopefully they will continue to ripen in there, so it'll be red on part of it, and then the shoulders will be a dark black Roma color. I got a good handful of the Roma tomato, Black Roma, and that'll just give it a richer color and flavor when I make the sauce. These are also some of the Mad Hatter there, and then just a small handful of peas that we did not eat out in the garden while we were picking. Next up, I think I want to take a look at the onion, the bunching onion that I harvested, and then after that I'll go right into what I do for saving them. I use the bunching onion a lot during the winter time, in that I cook with it for any stews and my pasta sauces. I use the bulbing onion for when I'm cooking fresh vegetables or making a fresh stock or something. But I like the bunching onion for soups and stews and whatnot that'll simmer for a long period of time, and I want the onion flavor. So we're going to take a look at harvesting the onion and then processing it, all of the bunching onion. Not the actual bulbing onion, that's not ready yet. This is onions that have overwintered. So I am doing 2 things. I am collecting the seed heads, and so these are the seed heads, these little flower-like things, and I am also collecting the greens. These are called bunching onions. This first batch is actually Tokyo long white bunching onion. And it is great. I let it go, and I mean, 1,000 seeds is $2, but still, it's fun to collect your own seeds. So, Tokyo long white bunching onion, and I am cutting the greens. They don't have bulbs on them. They're like green onions, spring onions. basically collect the tops. I want to put them aside. We're going to get the seeds from them later. I need to let those dry for a week or two, probably a week. And then once I get them inside, on these, the red beard bunching onion, I'm going to trim all the roots off. You see how they're red on the bottom. Trim all the roots off. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel any of the dead layers of the skin. So peel the dead leaves off, and all the dead stuff, all the greens that's not getting processed, is going in the compost bin. And then these will be diced up into little tiny bits, and I will dehydrate these. I use these for cooking. I use these for sauces. I use these all winter long, because I have bulbing onions that I use to cook fresh. So these guys are all getting chopped down to maybe 1/4 inch, about 1 centimeter or so long, and then I will layer them all out on one level for the red beard bunching. And then this tray will go in the dehydrator. But first, I'm going to do the same process for the Tokyo long white. So red beard bunching is the one that just went in the dehydrator. Didn't turn it on yet. And these are the seed heads. Tokyo long white bunching onion. Same thing I did with the red onion. So these are the seed heads. These are these pods. These little floret on each one of them has seeds inside them, and I'll show you that in a different video. But next thing is I'm going to do the same thing I did with the red beard bunching. Trim all the roots off. Rinse, peel off the dead greens. Dice these. I'm actually doing two things with these. Dice into that 1 centimeter, 1/4 inch. And then, so these little bits are the part that are going to get dehydrated. And then I am also, so this is 2 trays I will do of the spread it out in one single layer of the long white bunching. And this now goes into the dehydrator. Top row is the red beard bunching, and then 2 shelves of Tokyo long white, these little snippets of it. 2 shelves of that, 2 trays of that. And this is going into the dehydrator at 130 degrees. And I'm going to start with 8 minutes. 8 hours, 130 degrees. I'm going to check it. I happen to know it ended up going for another 1.5 hours at the end. But, so it was really 9.5 hours. But nice and crispy dehydrated onion bits. I'll jar these up. I'm doing them up separately. The red beard bunching and the white. And I'm doing them all up separately so that when I'm picking ingredients, because you've heard me say before, I cook not just based on the flavor but also look, so that's why the 2 different colors. So I'm actually going to process these by, and now that they've been dehydrated, grinding them down a little bit. Not a ton. It's not going to be an onion powder, but it's certainly going to not be the big full bits. Alright, so pulse, pulse, pulse. Plenty of pulses. Grind it down a bit. It's probably reduced by about 2/3, so it's only 1/3 as big as it was before. And I will save this in a pint jar, and then lids. And now, Florida weave. This is, as each plant grows, it gets taller and taller, so I just do another Florida weave. These are the 6 or 8 tomato plants that I have at the edge of some rows of tomatoes, and then you can see in the corner, the bottom right corner, more of the Tokyo long white bunching onions that are brand new this season, not the ones that were overwintered. And then Florida weave for the 8, sorry, these are 10, there's 10 plants over here. This one down front, in the middle front, is with the marigolds in it, is called a Tiny Tim. That'll never get more than a foot, maybe 18 inches tall. Those are really tiny, the size of your pinky nails. I am harvesting some golden zucchini. I'm going to take the first one as early as I dare. It's no more than 6 inches, 5-6 inches, and thin. And I'm doing this mainly because I want smallest seeds possible. But when you harvest them early and young, it also sends a message to the plant, oh, I need to make lots more seeds, so it sends out a lot more. This plant that I'm looking at now is actually the crookneck squash. Crookneck. Lots of fruit coming in there. And if you made it this far, I want to thank you very much. As you know, YouTube has prioritized these video shorts, a minute long, which is not a lot of content. So thank you very much for sticking with it this far. Grand tour of the garden, and plus what I've done for the week. And also, I could really use it. Like, share, and subscribe. This is a real person. Greg, me, sitting here, creating this content, working hard on my garden. It's not AI. That is a rarity with all the garbage you're finding on YouTube now. So, thanks for watching. And just remember, please like, share, and subscribe. That definitely helps me grow, and that helps you grow.